Hello, I'm Mark Evans. I'm a field service engineer for Flexum Americas Corporation, and I'm here to explain to you how to install a WaveInjector. This is the new style WaveInjector. When you receive your WaveInjector package, in the box you will get the mounting blades for the M size transducers or whatever size transducers you'll be using. You are going to get 2 clamps for chain mounting, also along with 2 chains. Comes with 4 rods that would aligning rods and 2 chain bridges. For the application, you need specific tools. What you're going to need is the screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver, a flashlight, a rubber mallet or hammer, 2 17mm wrenches, a filing tool, and a paint scraping tool, along with our WaveInjector hand tool and our WaveInjector mechanical hand tool. Also, that comes in the box, you will receive lead or silver foils that go underneath the blades to make contact with the pipe. And then the M size transducers, or depending on your pipe size, you get different size transducers, along with the permapad. After you're ready to install your WaveInjector onto your pipe, first you want to get all the pipe parameters necessary to get your necessary spacings for your WaveInjector. So, measure the pipe, get the circumference, divide that by pi, and you get your outer diameter. So this pipe is 8.625 outer diameter with a 0.322 wall thickness. First you want to plug in your transducers. Make sure that the flow meter reads the transducers. Go into parameters for channel A. Enter in your outer diameter and your wall thickness, 0.322 inches. Carbon steel pipe, no lining, roughness, water, and let's say we're working at 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Depending on your pipe size, this is where you select the kind of WaveInjector you're using. This is an 8-inch pipe using M size transducers, so we're going to be using the WaveInjector 400. Next, you go to measure, and this is where you get your clamp distances and your WaveInjector spacings for the application. We are going to be installing a direct sound path, so enter 1 in for the sound path, and this is where you get all your spacings, your transducer distance, your clamp distance, plate distance, transducer position. After you get your clamp distance, what you want to do is on your pipe you want to mark where the clamps are going to be set and the spots where you're going to prep the pipe. So it's about 2.32 inches. So that's going to be, we're going to start, let's do it right here. Start here. Measure 2.32 inches. Should be about right here. These are where your clamps are going to be set. And your pipe preparation, since this is direct, this is going to be a direct mounting style. They have to be on the opposite sides of the pipe. So we're going to install approximately 1 blade right here. 27 inches. And 1 approximately right here, 14. Okay. After you measure the distance for your clamps, next you want to mark where your blades are going to be for your transducers. You want to put this is the 2.3 inches right here, spacing. You want to put the blade right on top of it. And this is the area where you want to make your pipe preparation. And then do the same thing on the opposite side for a direct mount. You want to install the chain underneath on the clamp facing inward towards the rods, and placing this onto the pipe and draping the chain over. Next step is to install the opposite side's clamp. So attach the chain to the piece bracket while holding the clamp against the pipe. Pull the chain over the bridge right on top. Attach the chain to the hook and hand tighten until it's in place. Next, you want to tighten down the side that has the bridge and the clamp. You want to tighten these down evenly. Next step is to uninstall the chains of the opposite clamp. And you want to install the bridge with the rods onto the opposite side. Also at the correct spacing of 2.32 inches. Next, you want to drape the chain over the bridge and back onto the chain hooks on the opposite side of the clamp. Next, you want to tighten the chains up on the opposite side. Keep saying opposite. Check and make sure your wave injectors are secured to the pipe. And that step is finished. Next, you want to make sure that the plates and the bridges are aligned on both sides. And then after that, you want to make sure that they are that is 180 degrees apart from each other. So first, sliding the hand tool through. You want to make sure it slides smoothly through the clamp into the bridge. This is how you know that they are flush with one another. Next, check the other side, and that side works well also. Next step is to leave the hand tool on the further side and taking the blade that is going to be installed on the opposite side and place that into the plate hole. Using your tape measure, you want to measure from the top of this blade to the WaveInjector hand cutting tool. It's approximately 14 inches and a quarter, and then you want to measure from the bottom to the top to make sure that it should be the same distance. And about 14 and a quarter. Okay? Next step is using the hand cutting tool. You want to make sure that the pipe preparation that you did previously is flat and has a good prepared surface. Using your tool, you want to insert it into the first clamp and pushing firmly against the pipe, you're going to pull from right to left, creating a flat surface on your pipe. Repeat as needed until your surface is perfectly flat. After your surfaces are prepped, it is now time to install your blades for your transducers. So first step is to take the blade and silver. We're going to be using silver as a surface, as a coupling pad. You want to push your blade into the slot and place the silver underneath where the blade is going to be mounted. First step is to hand tighten the set screw. Remember the set screw, there is a slot for the set screw on top of the blade. And using your wrench, you want to tighten down firmly on silver. Making sure that there is full contact between the blade, the pipe, and the silver. Next step is to repeat on the opposite side. Okay. Next step is to mount and install your transducers. Your meter has given you a transducer distance of approximately 8 inches and 8 3/4 inches. So that means you're going to go from tip to tail, from transducer to transducer. Okay. To get to 8.75 inches for your transducer distance, you're going to measure from the blade to the clamp's leading edge to the opposite side clamp's ending edge, and then from the ending edge to the blade. That comes to about 4.5 inches. Measuring from here to here, and from here to the bridge. Just make sure that that measurement is correct on the opposite side, which it is 3 inches. And then from the clamp to the blade is another 3/4 of an inch. So that's 4.5 inches, and that means you need to take the difference of that number, which is 3.2 inches, and divide that by 2, so that's 1.6 inches inside each mounting spot. You want to set the center screw to about 1.6 inches, which is approximately right here. Tighten it down. Do with the other plate. 1.6 inches. Tighten that down. Next step is to mount your transducers inside of the plate. This being the head. You want to press the transducer inside until it locks into place. And then for the tail, you're going to use the tail transducer. Also, press and lock into place. Take your perma pads, put them on the bottom of the transducers, and now you will place this inside of the mounting bracket. There's a spot for the armored cable. That's where it gets draped out of. You want to press the transducer down inside and tighten down the screws. Repeat for the opposite side. Place the pad on the bottom of the transducers and pointing in the direction of flow, which is going to be right to left. Place the transducer inside and tighten down the screws. Next step is to insert the actual spacing of your transducers into your flow computer. Our spacing is about 8.75 inches. Press enter. You're going to press the number 3 key. It's going to bring you to your quality. You want to make sure that's full. And then you get to your SNR and your SCNR. SCNR is what we're looking here. Looking for a minimum of 20 dB. And that's what we have. 35 dB. Pressing the enter key, this is where you're going to make sure that your transducer distance is perfect. And using your 3 key in the measurement mode, you want to check your sound speed, and this is where you get to see your flow velocity and your volume flow.